Over 4 months after the ceasefire in Gaza was announced, the genocide hasn't stopped. It has simply turned into a slow one. While Israeli military assaults persist, having killed at least 440 people since October, other conditions caused by the occupation and the blockade are endangering life in the Strip. Conditions that Gaza residents have termed a slow genocide. As hundreds of thousands still live in displaced tents amidst freezing winter temperatures, there are over 11,000 Palestinians in Gaza who are enduring such hardship as cancer patients. 61-year-old Najat Saeed al-Hessi told Middle East Eye's Maha Hussaini that she is slowly dying as her cancer eats away at her body after more than 27 months without medical treatment. Najat, along with 3,500 other Gaza cancer patients, holds medical referrals for treatments outside the territory. However, Israeli authorities have banned them from traveling. Doctors say that the amount of cancer patients who are dying per month has doubled since pre-genocide times. Many in Gaza are dying of preventable deaths. The genocide doesn't only kill through direct warfare, but also by manufactured medical negligence. Just this week, UNICEF published a report saying that infant mortality increased by 75% in the last months of the war, and added that since the ceasefire, at least 100 children have been killed by direct Israeli military assaults.
A ceasefire that slows the bombs is progress, but one that still buries children is not enough.
One of the most striking cases took place when two brothers aged 9 and 10 were killed by Israeli fire for inadvertently crossing the yellow line while collecting firewood for their family. So even as some schools shyly reopen, parents fear sending their children to school as they could end up being targeted. The very infrastructure and division of the territory are part of an engineered plan to make life in Gaza currently unlivable. The yellow line, traced by Trump's 20-point Gaza peace plan, divides the territory in two, effectively leaving over 50% of the eastern part of the Strip under Israeli military control. The remaining western areas, which include the majority of the coastline, is where Palestinians are currently crammed, living among rubble. But as international investors contend ownership over Gaza's future, Palestinians' present is still marked by death either caused by hypothermia or infrastructure collapsing because of strong winds and storms. Israel has banned entry of building materials to the Strip, and residents have started to rely on mud and rubble to rebuild their homes. One mother displaced in a tent told Middle East Eye, "When you are displaced and you have children, winter isn't just a season. It is another assault. You have to survive." Other factors play into Israel's slow genocide, effectively restricting necessary quantities of food and medication, along with denying access to personnel who could aid with the situation. And it is implementing the shutting of UNRWA facilities all across of its territories and in Jerusalem. As Palestinians have tried to sever the dependency on the occupation for basic goods, they must face the reality that the majority of agricultural land has been completely destroyed or seized, not to mention contaminated with chemicals because of the bombings. On top of that, fishermen have been directly targeted by Israeli forces who have shot at them, forcing a people who lives with and by the sea to eat imported frozen fish.